You know, I just did a video on how we can demise racism. And, I have all different types of subscribers. The majority of my subscribers are black. But I have Hispanic subscribers. I have white subscribers. I have people of Arab descended subscribers, and so on and so on, as well as, male and female genders. But I got a comment on my last video. Known guy. I'm familiar with this cat because he one thing I will give him is that he's not a troll. He'll come and whether I feel like his statement is ignorant or it lacks understanding or whatever I feel about it. At least he comes as himself. But he writes me on my last video. The only power black people have is killing other black people in the hood. Keep blaming everyone else. Black people, you are your own worst enemy. Now, this was basically a response to, my video that I did on the demise of racism. And, this is a typical response that white people give when you talk about racism or you talk about them having white supremacy. Whether you agree with white supremacy or not, you do have that in this country. And, I get tired of white people coming out that have no experience of the black community, don't know what it's like to be black in this country, coming out saying, oh, what about black on black crime, black people killing each other. That's the first thing white people say when you call them out on their bullshit, or you talk about the injustice that goes on here in America. That's what they did with the Trayvon Martin case. The minute everybody was talking about, racial profiling or, George Zimmerman stalking this young man or whatever, the first thing people came out, oh, well, blacks kill blacks, so this is what happens. This is why they're suspicious of young black males, because blacks kill blacks. That's bullshit. What about whites killing whites? What about Hispanics killing Hispanics? How many incidents have we had of white kids going to school, bringing their parents shotgun or all kind of guns that they should not have in their possession, shooting up the school and killing hundreds of people? How many times have we seen that? But do people say white on white crime? No. And it's because of the protection that America gives them. It's because of white supremacy. So I find it funny that, white people come out and say, oh, well, what about black on black crime? Which I think that's a bullshit statement. And I think everybody needs to stop saying it, because if we're going to say black on black crime, then we need to talk about white on white crime. We need to talk about gay people on gay people crime. We need to equate that to everyone, not just the black community. And I just think it's hypocrisy. I think it's a serious problem, and it's just lack of people understanding what really goes on. And see, this is why I tell a lot of people to stand back, observe things, listen to people, understand fully what's going on. Because see, it's all good when we're making YouTube videos talking about each other, talking about the violence that goes on within our community, or just ridiculing each other. It's all good. Nobody has anything to say. But see, when you have somebody like me or several other YouTubers out here that come out here and speak to their people and come up with realistic solutions and talk about us mobilizing and coming together and uniting, that scares motherfuckers. So everybody wants to come. They want to flag the videos. They want to make smart comments. They want to say, oh, what about black on black crime? They want to throw a little stuff out like that to try to demise what you're trying to bring forward to the community. And see, you have to pay attention to people like that. That's all good when we're talking about each other. But see, everybody has an opinion when we start to mobilize again. It's hate. And they did that with the civil rights movement. They did that with the Black Panther Party, and so on and so on. Every time we come together and we try to talk to our people, which they don't want us to do, it's a problem. And this is why I say that we need to start controlling our dollar. And for that subscriber, you made a reference saying that the only power that black people have is killing each other, and that's bull. First of all, I find that to be disrespectful. Second of all, that's an ignorant statement. because we have more power than we think. And that's what I try to come out here and speak to my people about controlling our dollar. Because when we control our dollar, we notice and we start to see the type of power that we have. And that's what I don't think my people have waking up on. The fact that we do have more power than we think we do. And I'm not saying that there's not black people in certain communities killing each other or whatever like that. I'm not saying that doesn't go on, but I think somebody being white and you not knowing the ins and outs and the outs and ins and what causes a lot of this senseless violence against blacks or however you want to call it. You don't understand the full spectrum of it. I think it's an ignorant statement to come out and say, well, that's the only power black people have is killing each other. That's bullshit. And you need to sit the fuck down with that. Because if you take anybody, let's just say we take a group of white people and we put them in a community that lacks proper education, lacks the ability for them to provide for themselves, flood the community with drugs and illegal gun ownership, and we have the police department that are attacking these people and racially profiling them. When we put all that together, let's say we put white people in that same condition, it will make some of those white people resort to certain conditions and doing certain things that they should not be doing as a human being. You will start to see white people killing each other. You will start to see certain white people out in the corner and doing illegal activities to try to earn a living or provide for the family. And I'm not condoning that, but I'm saying when you are put under certain type of situations and when you have a system around you that is not beneficial for you, it's easy for your people or people with certain mindsets to fall into certain traps that are designed to keep them as a permanent underclass. And that's what white people do not understand. But for you white people that's out there talking about black on black crime, or you want to throw that out there as soon as we try to mobilize or we point out racism or we say that you have white supremacy, I think you need to lay in your bed and take the pillow and smother yourself, because obviously you don't have a clear understanding of what's going on here in America. But that's all I have to say. I'm out.